If you're looking for ways to skip a trip to the post office and dodge all the hectic holiday shopping traffic, why not save time and money with Stamps.com? Stamps.com lets you compare rates, print labels, and access exclusive discounts on UPS and USPS services all year long. It just makes sense, especially if your business sends more mail and packages during the holidays. Whether you're selling online or running an office or side hustle, Stamps.com can save you so much time and money and stress, especially during the holidays. Access all post office and UPS shipping services you need without taking the trip and get discounts you can't find anywhere else, like up to 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS. Going to the post office instead of using Stamps.com is kind of like taking the stairs instead of using an elevator. Just going up a couple of floors? Sure, take the stairs. Who gives a fuck? Walking 30 flights a day, you could use a break. Especially me, your boy, Thick Boy Nation, every day. Stay thick, stay hungry. If you spend more than a few minutes a week dealing with mail and shipping, Stamps.com is a lifesaver. You'll save so much time and money, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Save time and money this holiday season with Stamps.com. Sign up with the promo code Heavy Sweater Podcast for a special offer that includes 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com and click the microphone at the top of the page and enter the code Heavy Sweater Podcast. Welcome to the Heavy Sweater Podcast. My name is John King. Thanks for listening to the podcast. If this is your first time listening, this is the Heavy Sweater Podcast, a deep dive into the beginnings of Australian musicians and bands of the heavy variety. And this week we've got Connor and Ryan from A World in Colour. They're Canberra-based metalcore band, super sick band. They're fucking killer. Go check them out. They have a single out at the moment called Descent, so go listen to that. It's on all streaming services, so go check it out. And not dropping the episode on Wednesdays anymore. I'm going to try Sundays for a bit, see how that goes, just with Shokan and playing shows and like all the shit in my personal life. It's everything is super like cluttered and rushed and like hectic for the first half of the week. The back half of the week's more chill, so I'd rather spread that out through the whole week. But Sundays for now, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so with all that being said, it's Sunday and you know what that means. Hey guys, how you doing?
Yo, good, yourself?
Good man, good. Fucking chilling. It's hot as fuck in Queensland right now.
Fucking pissing rain here every other day.
It's raining here, but it's bullshit hot.
Yeah, whatever. We're in Queensland, though.
What was that?
We're in Queensland, though.
I'm in Caboolture, so I'm living that scumlord life. It's fucking sick. Yeah. Well, we'll get into everything with like you guys and like how you guys initially got into heavy music, and you can both tell your stories. Like, what's the first heavy band you remember hearing?
Come on. You're younger than me. You probably remember this more than I do. I think probably Linkin Park, actually.
Linkin
like,
Park?
Heavy-ish band, but like definitely the gateway band into heavy music and even some like hip hop shit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hyper Theory will always be a favourite.
Yeah.
But yeah, Linkin Park was definitely the band that got me into heavy shit.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Yeah, still listening to them on the rig.
Sick.
Yeah, no, I definitely 100% Bullet for My Valentine was the first heavy band that I got into. Fucking, yeah, my tears don't fall.
Yeah, fuck
They
yeah.
fucking crash around me.
Yeah. That's sick. They're both like, in a way, kind of gateway bands, because like Linkin Park were like the gateway nu metal band, and then Bullet were kind of like the heavy metal band for emos.
Yeah, a little bit, but
yeah.
I wasn't emo. I was just sad. Yeah. Do you reckon Byron will sponsor us if we get it?
Fuck yeah. That's sick. Fuck yeah. And then from there, like, you both go on your own like journey to find heavy music. So like from there.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like I sort of stuck around that, and then I hit Parkway Drive, around sort of Killing with a Smile, Horizons area, and like that was just like I sat there for fucking ages, and that was just really what got me into it heaps. And then I went through like a real stage of just trying to find like heavier stuff and fun stuff to play on guitar and stuff, and I worked my way up to like Whitechapel and like Die Hard is Murder and stuff, and and then I almost sort of like came back down a little bit to some of the more like architectsy sort of stuff, like a little less heavy but just more melodic.
Yeah, fuck yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I was a little slower. So Linkin Park, and then
you're always a little slower.
Yeah, true. Starting into bands like Breaking Benjamin.
Okay.
Us that kind of like new metal, like hard rock sort of shit.
Yeah.
I think the first like band with like proper screamo I got into would have been Amity Affliction.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
So, got into them for a bit with like Chasing Ghosts and Let the Ocean Take Me.
Yeah.
And through them, got into Parkway Drive and North Lane, that sort of stuff. So bit of a mix.
Fuck yeah. I think Amity are kind of like that because they're more radio friendly than like a Parkway and a North Lane, but like they're more easily to digest for you to look further into Australian music.
Yeah, they're definitely like sitting more on that pop fence.
Yeah, which
of
is
metal.
fucking sick.
Sure. I don't feel like I've outgrown them since then, but that their new song Like Love fucking slaps.
Yeah, their new shit is so sick. Yeah, they kind of went a bit like too Bring Me the Horizon for me, and I was like, I don't know. But like now they're coming back, I'm like, yeah, right, I'll fuck with that.
Oh, 100%, yeah. 100% with you on that.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And then like from finding heavy music, like where do you guys get into like wanting to play heavy music?
Well, I started off as a drummer.
Fuck
so
yeah.
I started playing drums when I was 10. And
still can't keep time.
Yeah, true. Like bands like Linkin Park still, like, I just found instrumentally and drum-wise, I really liked what I was hearing, because it was very different to what I grew up listening to with my parents and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it was a bit different. I was like, oh, this drum beat's kind of cool. Like, I'll try and learn this and try and learn that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of forgot what the question was. I was kind of a bit of attention.
How you got into playing music?
Definitely influenced like my drum playing, and hearing that different style of playing got me further into it. I kept hearing stuff and wanting to learn it, and take it to my drum teacher on my Friday lessons, and it's like, oh Ben, like how can I play this? And he'll break it down for me and that sort of thing. And
my guitar teacher fucking hated me. My guitar teacher was fucking great guy, always great guy, still amazing guitarist, but he's like, his go-to is like Dire Straits, and I'm like, I really want to learn this Whitechapel song. So like, maybe you can tell me how I can learn this Whitechapel song. And he's just like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like,
just trem picks and shit, and he's like, I just want to play bar chords, man. Like,
he's like, my guitar doesn't even tune this low.
Yeah. Sick. That's fucking wild. How was like actually doing music lessons? Because I've never had a music lesson in my life. I played bass, drums, and guitar, and like write like heaps of shit for my band. And I've never had a lesson. I feel like for me it would like deter me from wanting to play music.
You go first.
Yeah, I was like sort of a little bit at first. Like there's always like getting lessons and everything is always a little bit awkward at first, and there's that real like learning curve. I think it was really when I found music that I was really passionate to play was when I really actually started pushing myself more. So when I did start learning like Tears Don't Fall and all that just like Hand of Blood and shit like that, when I first started off, that's like I was like, holy shit, I'm playing this music that I really like. It's got all this energy to it, and like I was like sort of the first time I had a real hunger for it. So like there's obviously like it's great to learn all your basic and your fundamental foundational stuff, but once you find something that you really get into, it really gives you that drive to want to learn more.
Fuck yeah. Sick.
My drum teacher was just a sick dude, so lessons were enjoyable all the time. Like, and still is a sick dude. I still go around to his place every now and then to watch Liverpool games or State of Origin. So I still see him even though I get lessons from him. But he always made lessons fun and was always happy to listen to what I wanted to learn, or I don't know, it was just very, very supportive of the directions I wanted to go in terms of drumming and that sort of thing. So never had any issues, and was a real good teacher.
Yeah, fuck.
We both got vocal lessons from Dave from Belhaven.
Oh, cool.
Over the last couple of years. I was just getting singing lessons and Ryan's getting screaming lessons.
Yeah.
And that was really good. I think just specifically because he's like in that genre.
Yeah.
And he knows what he want to do, and he's just all around just a fucking absolute legend of a bloke. And it just like made learning really fun and really easy. And actually, like I was just like the progress we made, I think we both made, just really encouraged us to actually want to do it more and more.
Fuck yeah, that's sick. I think
so it puts him like everyday activities as well. Like clear your throat, that's a false chord. Like, that's easy. Like
sick. That's fucking excellent. That would make it like way easier to learn shit too if it's just like put into like real simple, like just fucking do something as simple as clearing your voice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Give it a blowjob, that's how you want to feel.
Sick. You guys have just recently put out like some new music. You're a fresh band as well.
Yeah, man.
Fairly new.
This is a virgin band, as fresh as you get. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. How's the experience been so far through COVID and in Canberra?
You're gone.
It was a long process. Like, we've been sitting on this song for a long fucking time. So, for me personally, it almost felt like a relief to finally get out there. We've been sitting on that long. So, but the response and reception to the song has been a lot better than I anticipated, especially for a debut, like when no one knows us, that sort of thing. The response we've gotten from it has been unreal. I think, like, on Spotify at least, the stats are looking pretty good.
Yeah. It's like great to hear that feedback, and everyone loves that bit of, that circle jerk of a fucking validation that you get from people listening to your music.
For sure.
So it's like, it's good having those, especially even like the close people too. It's like your mum tells you you're handsome when you're young. It's fucking, she's like, oh, great work.
Yeah.
You've done a good job. Even like, it's just like that. It's like that real good feeling of just people listening to it and going, shit, like, that's actually pretty good. Like, they expected it to be shit, but it's not.
No, it's sick. I think, like, it's hard as fuck now to be, like, a new band to stand out with the way people listen to music now. Like, it's so, like, instantly consumable. Like, TikTok, I keep calling it TikTok mentality. Like, just that quick 30-second fucking bullshit.
Yeah. No, it's fucked. It's really hard to try and stand out, and you've really got to put the hard yards in to actually put that music in front of people and make them listen to it.
Yeah, and like especially with the amount of like fucking sick new bands coming through, it's like it's even harder.
Mad saturated market.
Yeah, but the best market to be in.
Oh fuck yeah,
100%. Sure. Fuck yeah, cool. And then like, what's like for you guys the meaning behind like this new track?
What's this, brother?
So definitely like just back like when the bushfires were really coming through, and fuck off, stop spilling beer on my carpet, cunt. Just broke up. I don't know why. Fucking hell. Get into the serious topic. Can't take him anywhere. Back to it.
That bar is fucking Anyways,
children. So it was like in that sort of peak fire season that we had here, and myself being originally from Sydney, I'd never really experienced that so close up, or even really known too many people that had experienced that so close up. So it was insane to actually be close enough to be in the smoke and see the flames coming over the mountains. And all that shit, and like it's just crazy to have so many friends so close to me being like, the firefighters are coming by and telling us we might have to leave the house, or my family's farm is like surrounded by flames.
That's fucking
and it was like it was absolutely fucked. And just there was that whole it really brought up a lot of anger about the situation because it was like severely avoidable. And that was like, it sort of came out of that, and like it's, as the song goes, it really sort of fell together really quickly, just because there was so much to pull from coming around like everywhere, and there was so much to use that everything fell together really quickly. And I think at the time of this, like when I sort of brought that song forward to the boys, I think everyone sort of collectively was like, okay, yeah, like, fuck the rest of the shit we're working on, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was just like, okay, no, this, like, we've been working on other shit, but this is what we're going with. And, like, that was a really cool way to address the topic that there was in that, and just actually have just a good song come forward.
Fuck yeah. I fuck with that heavily, like, because, like, living in Queensland, like, experienced floods and shit, and I grew up south of Canberra, so experienced, like, all the shit down there. And, like, once that stuff ends for, like, the news report, a lot of people forget about it, but then you have to, like, pick up the pieces and, like, rebuild everything again once that's over.
Yeah.
I think people forget about that, so I think it's, like, important that you guys are, like, speaking about it and being like, this shit's still, like, real.
Well, that's it, and that was the strangest feedback I think that I got, is that we actually sort of started a bit of a conversation about it on the regular.
Yeah.
Like, we released this song and everyone was just like, yeah, fuck, I remember that. That was absolutely shithouse. Like, why did that fucking happen? And everyone was actually starting to talk about it, and it was cool to be the catalyst for that.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's sick. And I think it's, like, killer as well that, like, you put something together so, like, naturally, and then as a collective decide, like, this is what to go with now. Like, because plans change all the time being in a band. Like, you try and plan for as long ahead as possible, but things just fucking happen. So, like, I think it's, like, sick that you guys are, like, able to, like, maneuver around, like, a topic that means a lot to a lot of people and push it so heavily, even while working on other things.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Sick. Cool. And then, back to, like, playing music. What were, like, the bands that, like, got you guys into, like, being like, I can do this too, like, I can be in a band and I can chase this thing, whatever the fuck it is, because when you're young you don't really know what being in a band is.
Well, Connor and I have been playing in bands together for, like, a while now, like 5, maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
So it's being in a band isn't super new to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said before, I've been drumming for fucking ever.
Yeah.
So coming and being a frontman has been a very new and weird experience. I don't have an entire drum set to kind of hide behind anymore. So we haven't played live yet, but when we do, it's gonna be a shock to the system.
Yeah.
But I do remember, like, when I was younger and wanting to play in bands.
He's like 22.
It was just like it'd be a dream on since like sort of playing drums. I'd always wanted to play in bands, that sort of thing. And then when the day came where I was finally old enough to actually start playing shows, that sort of thing, it was very surreal experience. Even though I was playing in front of fucking 5 people.
Yeah.
Three of them being us. The other 2 being mum and dad. It was just cool. And I think after getting a taste, because in our old band Whitefall, we got to play with some pretty cool bands.
Yeah, North Lane, Like Houses, Polaris, Dreamer.
Yeah, we got to play with some pretty cool bands. And,
big dogs.
And getting a taste for that, it's just kind of like made me want to keep going.
Yeah.
So, I'm definitely keen to see what we can achieve with this band in terms of live shows and who we can meet along the way, and
fuck yeah,
just excited for it. But yeah, COVID can fuck off soon. And
yeah.
I think, like, with that shit, I think it's just seeing all those, like, the younger Australian bands, like, back obviously, like, Parkway back in the day when they first kicked off. I think that's, like, the super, like, that's, like, everyone's inspiration to start a band for a while. Like, they released that doco and everyone was just like, fuck, maybe I could be in a good band. Like,
for sure.
And, like, fuck, like, you probably can, maybe you can't, I don't know. And then, like, more recently, like, Polaris have just, like, done the same thing. Like, they just absolutely killed it with the Guild and the Grief, and it just absolutely shot them to stardom. And it's fucking, it just shows that all that work pays off, and maybe we could do the same thing. You never know. It's just gives you that real inspiration, that real hunger for it.
Yeah. I think, like, doing something that, like, stands out as, like, a sound that's similar enough for people to, like, understand, but also different enough to be like, this is new.
Yeah, it needs something that people can connect with a bit whilst, like, forging your own sound a bit.
Fuck yeah. And playing drums, I'm fully fucking aware of what it's like to play drums in a band. It is the most thankless bullshit job of all time.
Yeah.
It is stupid.
Then you try and pack up the end of the gig and none of the other cunts are fucking helping you.
Yeah, none of them.
A couple other bands have been in. Won't drop names.
Vocalists. Usually vocalists are the worst for it.
Sorry.
But yeah, I fully get it. And like,
it is backwards.
I'm fucking hyped for you guys to play shows. I think it's going to be fucking sick. Especially for Canberra and like that scene. Because now Brisbane's getting shows again. It's fucking so sick.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it'll be fucking rad when Canberra kicks off. You guys in Hostel just fucking ripping it up.
Oh, we fucking love that.
Yeah.
Would be cool.
Fuck yeah, sick. Well, we've almost been going 20 minutes and we'll get into like individual top 5 favourite bands of all time and then hit socials for you guys personally and the band and shut it down.
Yeah, let's do it.
You can go with this.
He's nervous.
Stage fright.
Yeah, so like top 5 bands, you reckon?
Yeah. Or artists, like whatever.
I mean, like, I feel like Parkway's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like they were just like that real catalyst for just wanting to start a band and make some music that connects with people and everything. I think they've sort of always got to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's always just like something I will never stop jamming to. The rest of the band's probably more modern nowadays is bands like Architects.
Fuck yeah.
Like it's just impossible to not run into them. They're so relevant in just today's scene that it's like they will just keep going. They'll continue to be relevant.
Yeah.
Polaris, 100%. Just always riding gold.
Yeah.
Thornhill is something that's really
Fuck yeah.
come in with me. I fucking just absolutely jam everything they fucking do. There's nothing quite like them, man. It's just it's like just the right spot for me.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And I've really been jamming Imminence lately. I think they've shot up to the top by top 5.
Sick, fuck yeah. Cool.
At least.
Yeah. Go on then.
All time's going to be way too hard, so Spotify Wrapped.
Oh yeah, hit your Spotify Wrapped.
My Spotify Wrapped.
I've got him covered for a couple. He's got Wage War. He's got Fit for a King.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
For sure.
But neither of them are my top 5 actually.
Oh.
My top 5, Holding Absence.
Okay.
The album they put out this year is my number 1 for sure. Alpha Wolf.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Jaden, Architects, and The Comfort.
Sick.
The top 5 artists of this year for me.
Fuck yeah. That's
I don't disagree.
That's just facts, man. That's science.
It is right there. I think my top played song from Holding Absence, Spotify said I jammed it like 72 times this year or something.
Fucking hell.
So, yeah, decent numbers, decent stats on the board.
Yeah. Sick. Well, yeah, we'll get into socials for you guys in the band and then wrap it up.
Yeah, let's do it. Dogs.
What is our A-Week official?
Yeah.
I think it's our Insta.
Yeah. AWIC official for Instagram.
Sick.
Facebook's pretty easy. You just search a World in Colour.
Yeah.
And we have our own website at the moment, which is awicolor.com.
Sick.
Which is the spot you can just get all that fucking information. It's got our Spotify, all our other socials, our merch shop.
Fuck yeah.
So you can go pick up some tees and a hoodie, some sick threads, just everything. Please go buy some merch.
Yeah.
Please.
Fuck off.
Please.
Sick. Cool.
But yeah, really, like, yeah, hit up our website. You can just get an avenue to everything. Lindsay, our guitarist, set the whole thing up and he fuking killed it.
Fuck yeah.
So it's just, everything there is awesome.
Excellent. Fuck yeah. Anything else you want to plug?
Sorry, just fucking dogs.
That's all good, man. Anything else you want to plug? Oh, fuck, there it is. Yes. Sick. Cool.
Get out.
Awesome. Anything else you want to plug?
Sorry, man, what was that?
Anything else you want to plug?
My personal is still be fun.
Adam wants to plug his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's where most of his income comes from.
Yeah. Ryan_Awick on Insta, OnlyFans, whatever you want.
Yeah, fuck it. Cool. Thanks, guys. Done for another week. A huge thanks to Connor and Ryan from A World in Colour. Great dudes with a passion for music, and I fuck with that heavily. But yeah, go check them out. Support the Canberra scene. Support your local scene in any way, shape or form. Go listen to A World in Colour's new single, Descent, on all streaming services, and be on the lookout for new music from them. Go check them out on Facebook. Just search A World in Colour, or on Instagram at AWIC_official, and you can even check them out on their website, www.awicolor.com. And if you like what I'm doing here with the podcast, share it, tell a friend, subscribe, follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, YouTube, wherever the fuck you listen. And check it out on Instagram at Heavy Sweater Podcast and Facebook at Heavy Sweater Podcast. And come back for a new episode next week. Thanks. Also, little end bit, massive shout out to anyone that has supported this podcast from day one. All the people that have been on it, it's fucking sick, and just like getting in on this level and like talking to people, like, because I've played in bands and shit before, like, it's wild to have such a good experience this time around, and it means a lot to me personally to know that there are lots of good people in this scene, no matter where they're from, like Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunny Coast, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Western Australia, Canberra. Like, it's fucking sick. And a huge shout out to Tim Price from Collision Course and the Faction for hooking me up with so many interviews, a lot of bands that I probably never would have even heard of without him or spoken to because of him. It's fucking sick. So yeah, if you're looking for PR, go hit up Collision Course. They're fucking rad. And yeah, check out every band that's been featured on here, from the big dogs to the fresh new bands. Go check them all out. It's fucking sick, and it helps grow our scene. And fucking buy some merch, buy bands merch, because it keeps bands going. Yeah, go to shows, buy merch, listen to music, support local music, share the fuck out of it. Anyway, come back for a new episode next week. Thanks.